Hello educators, my name is Coletti Barratt and I am an educator at North Valley Academy. I'm excited to be a part of this video series where we discuss important topics related to teaching and supporting English learners. Today I will be discussing the topic of leveraging English learners' assets and building home and school connections. Culturally responsive teaching is an essential aspect when it comes to effectively teaching English learners. The first question that comes to mind is, what are cultural influences on teaching and learning? As educators, we must recognize that culture plays a significant role in the way students learn and the way we teach. Culture includes beliefs, values, traditions, and ways of communicating and integrating within a particular group. It can also influence an individual's learning style and preferences. Therefore, it is cultural to understand the cultural backgrounds of our students, including their home languages and customs, in order to effectively support their academic and linguistic development. Cultural competence is an essential component of teaching English learners. It refers to the ability to understand and effectively interact with people from different cultural backgrounds. In the context of instruction for English learners, cultural competence means being able to recognize and value the diverse cultural assets and perspectives of our students. It also involves understanding the potential barriers and challenges that English learners may face in the classroom due to cultural differences and finding ways to address and overcome them. One way to incorporate students' cultural values and beliefs in our teaching is by using a culturally responsive approach. This approach involves making connections between students' cultural backgrounds and the curriculum. For example, teachers can use culturally relevant texts and materials that relates to the students' cultural experience and backgrounds. This not only makes the content more meaningful and relevant to students, but also validates their cultural identities and promotes a sense of inclusivity in the classroom. The role of culture in students' learning cannot be ignored. Students' culture can impact their overall learning experiences and academic success. For English learners, the school and classroom environment also play a significant role in their language acquisition. It is crucial to create an inclusive and safe environment for English learners, where they feel welcomed and supported. This can include displaying multicultural and multilingual resources, encouraging collaboration, and celebrating diversity within the classroom. Some strategies for supporting and celebrating cultural diversity within instruction include using students' home languages and cultures as a resource, incorporating culturally relevant teaching practices, and encouraging students to share their cultural experiences and perspectives. For example, teachers can use students' home languages in basic communication, such as greetings and classroom routines, to make English learners feel included and valued. Teachers can also incorporate culturally relevant teaching practices, such as storytelling and music, to engage students to promote cultural diversity in the classroom. Now let's shift our focus towards supporting the needs of English learners in the classroom. Every student is unique, and the same goes for English learners. As teachers, it is our responsibility to recognize and respond to the diverse strengths, needs, and identities of our English learner students. This includes students with special needs. It is essential to collaborate with special education teachers and provide differentiated instruction that meets the needs of all students. English learners may also have special social and emotional needs that need to be addressed in the classroom. It is crucial to create a safe and inclusive environment for English learners, which allows them to build positive relationships with peers and teachers. Teachers can also incorporate social and emotional learning activities into their instruction to promote the well-being of English learners. When establishing classroom routine and procedures, it is crucial to consider the social, emotional, and cultural needs of students. For example, some students may feel more comfortable working in groups, while others may prefer working independently. It is essential to provide a mix of both opportunities to accommodate different learning styles and preferences. Moving on to the last topic, home and school connections. As educators, we must involve families and communities in our efforts to support English learners. Families and community practices, also known as funds of knowledge, can influence knowledge learning significantly. This refers to the knowledge, skills, and resources that families and communities possess and how they can be integrated into the learning experiences of students. Some strategies for building and fostering strong family, community, and school partnerships include involving families in decision-making processes, such as developing home language and cultural support plans for students. Teachers can also provide resources and information for families to support their children's learning at home. It is also essential to highlight the assets of home languages and involve families in classroom activities that celebrate cultural diversity. Effective family engagement practices for English learners also include promoting two-way communication and promoting intentional strategies for families to support their child's learning. This can include translating materials and providing resources in different languages. Inclusive community engagement practices also involve collaborating with community organizations that support English learners and their families. In conclusion, to effectively support and teach English learners, teachers must recognize and value their diverse cultural backgrounds and assets. This includes incorporating culturally responsive practices and building strong home and school partnerships. By doing so, we can create an inclusive and supportive learning environment for English learners, ultimately leading to their academic and linguistic success. Thank you for listening. If you want to read more about this topic, I have referenced 2 scholarly resources in the description box below. Have a great day.